Hello everyone. The problem that we're looking at today is the United Cows of Farmer John from 2021 US Open Gold. And honestly, this is the type and difficulty of problem that I will want to see on the contest that I'm taking for gold. Because obviously I don't want too difficult problems, but if it's too easy, the cutoff might be too high. So I think this is like the exact right difficulty in algorithms used for it to be a gold problem for me to pass gold. Anyways, yeah. And it's also like straightforward problem statement, and I love that. So basically, you have an array, and you're trying to pick how many ways there are to pick a continuous region such that the two endpoints of the region does not have the same value as any number in the chosen region, endpoint or not. So for example, in this array, we can have 1, 2 that works, obviously. 1, 3 also works, but however, 1, 4, 1, 5 doesn't work because look, the end pin, the end point has the same value as this point, which is also included in the region 1 to 5. So 1, 5 is not a valid region. And now we're trying to find for n equals 2 to the fifth power how many of such regions there exist. Okay, so for me, honestly, it was kind of easy back when I did this January, I don't know, 5th or 6th last year. And I don't know, but it's just the kind of problem that I just kind of solve by just looking at it and staring at it and scribbling on scratch paper. First of all, notice that the naive idea is the brute force, but we have two to the fifth power, 2 times 10 to the fifth power. So obviously, we want to fix the left end and try to find how many right ends there are in the log time complexity. And since there's two limitations, left end and right end, so for left end, it's pretty easy because we can just pre-process the next spot in which the same breed exists. However, what about the left end? What about the right end? Because we can't enumerate every single right end for all the left ends. And here's the big brain moment that actually just took me like 5 minutes, I think. I clearly remember doing this problem really fast. So this big brain moment actually didn't even take me that long to realize. It's the fact that after we move past each I, we free up quite a few J's, and these J's can be very easily counted with a data structure. Specifically, we know NEJ is the next appearance of the breed BJ, so LAJ is the last appearance before J of breed J. So after we get past LEJ, J becomes usable for any I after this. So we can add it for some data structure and then count the number of J that's also less than or equal to NEI because that's the other constraint, obviously. So a data structure can do this. Obviously, binary index tree or Fenwick tree can do this, but back then I was kind of, I don't know, I wanted to practice my segment tree, so I wrote this thing with Bobby. So yeah, the code is straightforward enough that I don't think I need to pause for too long or explain anything. And also notice that on the Google Doc, which I kept track of my problems from last year, I skipped about 5 problems because I decided that it's taking way too long to get through all of these making videos. So I'm only making videos on gold or very hard silver now. So yeah, that is it. And hopefully after this, you'll know how to solve United Cows of Farmer John. And also, I didn't even realize what this joke was until like I looked at it this time, because you see how this I is also capitalized, so we have I, O, I. Okay, yeah. Anyways, this is the type of problem and the difficulty I will want to see on the next contest because first of all, it uses binary index tree or even better segment tree, which is clearly gold level algorithm. So that's gonna cancel out a bunch of really smart kids who doesn't actually do coding, and it's also easy enough for me. So like I can solve this, and while solving it, I'll also know that since it requires such an algorithm, it's not gonna inflate the cutoff by too much. Anyways, yeah, really like these problems, and I hope you will have more of these. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. As you can see, off to a late start, but the winter break grind is officially started. Even though winter break started 2 days ago, and I didn't make a video yesterday or the day before that, but that's because various reasons, and I didn't even actually grind at all yesterday or the day before. But anyways, today I solved one of the problems that from a mock contest I did a while ago, and I'm pretty proud of myself because this is like because my coding abilities have depreciated by at least like 75% over the past year. So I can still pull this off. I'm low-key surprised. But I'm not surprised by the fact that I was not able to pull off this segment tree optimized DP. Took me about 3 hours to write, and I just gave up on this. This is not the strat, guys. Segment tree optimizing DP is heck. Anyways, yeah, so I gave up on this problem. I solved this one, grinded for about 5 hours and 48 minutes up to this point, so not nearly as what I'm expecting for, but off to a good start, or also a late start. And also notice the fact I already mentioned this, but I'm skipping problems on my Google Doc. I kept track of my problems. That's because I want the problem reviews to actually be like a part of my grind by reviewing all the ideas of the problems I did almost a year ago and just refreshing some of the silver little tricks that I can probably also use in gold. So instead of reviewing easy silver or bronze problems, I figured maybe I should make this an actually valuable part of my grind, part of the day, and make myself slightly more fulfilled after giving up on a problem I spent 3 hours on. So yeah, now thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.